Okay, good morning, grade 4. This is teacher Mark. Our lesson for today is all about division with remainder. Okay, so division with remainder, parts of division remainder. So first is we have the dividend. Next is the quotient. And the last one is the divisor. But we all know that we have another part of it. So that is remainder. So teacher, what is remainder? Remainder is an amount of leftover after division happens when the first number does not divide exactly by the other. In short, this is the leftover. Okay. So how we read this? 2 remainder with 1 or 2 are 1. So these are the step-by-step guide for long division. But first, this is our problem. So a baker has 100 pandesal to pack into paper bag. How many leftover will he get if he decides to put in 9 in a paper bag? So this is the pictures. So remember always the our process, which is D for divide, M is for multiply, S for subtract, B for bring down, and R for repeat. So next is, so how do we solve this using GUSA? So given 100 pandesal and 9 paper bag, the known total number of leftover will get in the packing pandesal. Next, solution. We write the number sentence which is 100 divided by 9 equals to n, and our operation to be used is division. So here, how do we solve this? We just use the division house. When you were in grade 3, your teacher teach you how to use the division house or the repeated subtraction. So you may review it. So next, 100 divided by 9. So 1 1 times 9 equals 9, and you subtract it. Then 10 minus 9 equals 1, then bring down 0. After that, you divide 10 divided by 9, again that is 1. So you multiply 1 times 9 equals 9. You put it under 10, and then subtract it again. Then, after you subtract, there is a number 1 there, and then if there is no number need to bring down, therefore, the remaining number, that's what you call the remainder. So our answer is only one pandesal will be left at Mr. Baker. Okay. So I have find the quotient. 2,335 divided by 8 equals n. So how do we solve this? So first, we have to use the division house. So the division house is just like this. So 2 divided by 8 cannot be, so we need to have two-digit number. Next, so 20 divided by 8 equals 2. So because 2 times 8 is 16. 0, okay, then we have to subtract as the next step. So 0 minus 6 cannot be, so 0 will borrow to 2. So 2 will become 1 and 0 will become 10. So 10 minus 6 is equals to 4. And then after that, after you subtract, we bring down. So we bring down 3. After we bring down 3, we need to repeat the steps. So 43 divided by 8, that is 5. Okay? And then 5 times 8 equals 40. And then you subtract after you multiply. So 3 minus 0 equals 3. Then 4 minus 4 is equals to 0. Then next, bring down 5. Again, you bring down, so you must to repeat the process. So 35 divided by 8 is equals to 4. And then 4 times 8, multiply. So that is 32. And then we subtract. Then 5 minus 2 equals 3. So as you may see, there is no number to bring down. Therefore, 3 is the remainder. So how do we write this? We write 254 R3. So teacher, how can we check if the number or if the quotient has a remainder? So how do we check that? So you multiply the quotient first by its divisor. Same procedure. 4 times 8 equals 32. 5 times 8 is 40 plus 3, that is 43. And then 8 times 2 equals 16 plus 4 equals 20. Teacher, there is, they don't have the same. So first, we have a remainder. So we need to add the remainder. Again, we need to add the remainder so that we'll know if our answer is correct. So 2 plus 3 equals 5. They just bring down 3, 0, and 2. So are they the same? Okay, so therefore, our answer 2035 is correct. Next example. Sample number 2. Find the quotient 758 divided by 17 equals n. So, 758 divided by 17. So, how do we do this? So, first is we need to check what number we need to divide. So, 17 divided by 75 because there are two-digit divisor and we must to start first to two-digit dividend. So, 75 is greater than 7, so we must to continue. So, as teacher marked, the 7, 5, 3, 5, 7, 9 rule in multiplication. So, we must to multiply it first by 3. So, 7 times 3 equals 21. 3 times 1 equals 3 plus 2. It's 51. So, it's more higher. So, we need to multiply again it by 5. Try with 5. So, 7 times 5 equals 35. Then 7 times 1 equals 5 plus 3, that is 81. So lower. So we need to check 17 times 4 so that we know if it is the quotient. So 7 times 4 equals 28. Then 4 times 1 equals 4 plus 2 equals 6. So as you may see, you must to decide which number is closest or closest nearest but less than from 75. As in my reference, 4, when you multiply 17 by 4, that is the closest and lowest among the three. So therefore, 17 times 4, that is 68. And then you subtract. 5 minus 8 cannot be, so 5 borrow 1 from 7, and 7 will become 6. So 5 will become 15. So 15 minus 8, that is 7. After we divide, after we subtract, we need to bring down 8. So 78 divided by 17 is, let's check. So as we have seen, there is a 68 there. So it's 10 closer with 17. So let's try for, there is a 5 there. So 85 to 68, closest but less than from 78, that is 68. So therefore, again, another 4. So 4 times 17, that is 68. And then we subtract. 8 minus 8 equals 0. 7 minus 6 is 1. So therefore, there is no number to bring down. Therefore, this is the final answer. So our final answer is 44, remainder by 10. As you may see, there is a remainder 10. So how do we check this? So we check. So we multiply first the quotient, the exact quotient by divisor. So 4 times 7, that is 28. And then 7 times 4 equals 28 plus 2 equals 30. 1 plus what times 4 is 4. Another 4. So 8, 4, 7. And then after that, we need to add the remainder 10. So that is 7, 5, 8. Are they the same? Therefore, if they're the same, therefore our answer is correct. Next, sample number 3. So we have 1,370 divided by 28. So this is how we use. First check the divisor and the dividend. So we have two-digit number, so we must to start with two-digit. But 13 is less than 228, therefore we must to have 7. So, unlike the exact division last time, here is this is not an exact division, exact quotient. There is a remainder. So that division with remainder, teacher mark teaching to you. So again, so by the rule of 3, 5, 7, 9, so we must to have, I think we pick first 5. Okay, 8 times 5 equals 40 and carry 4. 5 times 2 equals 10 plus 4 equals 140. So, oh, it's very high. It is greater than by 3. So, we must check first the 4. 8 times 4 equals 32. So 2 times 4 equals 8 plus 3 equals 11. So that is 104. So we decide which is closest and nearest. Closest, nearest, but less than. So I think for me is the closest and nearest is 112, which is you multiply 28 by 4. So, and then that is 4 times 28. You check your reference. That is 112. And then you subtract. 7 minus 2 equals 5. And 3 minus 1 is 2. And 1 minus 1 cannot, 0. So again, you bring down 0. So as you may see, 250 is less, higher number than 28. So we must to try first 28 times 28 times 9. So 8 times 9 equals 72. And then 2 times 9 equals 18. 18 plus 7 equals 25. So it is greater than with 2. So let's check 8. So 8 times 8 equals 16. 2 times 8 equals 16 plus 1 is 76. Sorry. I think I have a mistake. Wait. I have a mistake here. Okay. So 8 times 8 is not 16. I'm sorry. So, you may see 8 times 8 is 64. 64 carried 6. Then 8 times 2 equals 16 plus 6. 16 plus 6 is equals 22. So that is 2, 2, 4. So as you may see here, 8 and 9 is medyo, kind closer for 250. So, but we need to pick which is higher, lowest. So the lowest here is 224, which is you multiply 28 by 8, and then you write 224. So 0 minus 4 cannot be, so we borrow 0 from 5. So 5 will become 4 and 0 will become 10. So 10 minus 4 equals 6. 4 minus 2 is equals 2. Okay? So there is no number to bring down, no number left to bring down. So our answer is 48, remainder 26. So that's it. Next, 13. Find the quotient of 9,045 divided by 45. So we have check first again and again. Check first the divisor. This is 2 digit and then this is 2 digit. So 90 is higher than 45, so we can divide. So you may see the rule 3, 5, 7, 9. So we must to multiply 45 by 3. So 5 times 3 is equals 15. 4 times 3 equals 12 plus 1 equals 13. So it is higher. So let's try by 2. So 45, 5 times 2 equals 10. 4 times 2 equals 8 plus 9. So that is 90, which is exact. So we choose 90. So 0 minus 0, 0. And then bring down 4. So if in this scenario, we bring down, but that is less than 245. So we just write 0. And then you put 0 here. And then proceed 4. And then bring down 5. So in this case, our quotient is doesn't have a remainder because that is exact quotient. Okay, so therefore This na when you divide 9,045 by 45, the answer is 201. Okay? Last. Okay, so remember to divide whole number by two-digit divisor, get the partial quotient and add them. Dividend a number to be divided by another number, and divisor a number by which another number is to be divided, and quotient a number which is the result when one number is divided by another, and the remainder an amount left over after the division happens when the first number does not divide exactly by the other. So, and then if you want to check your answer, you must to multiply the quotient by divisor, and then if it has a remainder, you need to add it after you multiply, after you're getting the product, the by divisor and the quotient. That's it for now. Thank you for listening and keep safe.